Hello everybody, I am Jay Shady and you're listening to The Voice of Reason. So, it's here folks, that's it. It is done. WrestleMania 30 is officially in the books. It is over. The end has come. Show is wrapped up. And I have to say that without a doubt, this is easily the hardest and roughest review of a show that I have ever done. The fact of the matter is, I just do not know what to rate this show, what to review the show. I, as of this moment, do not have a number grade for this show. And I'm hoping by the end of this video, after talking about everything and thinking while I'm talking, I'll have a number grade to give you. But we'll see if we get there. But the fact of the matter is that this is just a very rough show to review for me. You see, on one hand, I don't want to let the happy ending that, gave me a huge high and left me ecstatic to kind of skew my ratings and say, oh, everything about the show was awesome, 10 stars, 10 stars, 10 stars. I don't want to do that. And on the other hand, I don't want to say the odd, fucking weird, just confusing and horrible choices that they made during this show make me give this, a horrible rating, because I have to put everything into perspective. I mean, I am the voice of reason. That's, what I call myself, and I have to be that. So, amuse me and listen to me while I talk myself through this one just as much as I'm talking to you guys. We're all going through this experience here to find out what I think about this show. All right. So, the thing about this show is there aren't any 5-star matches, and according to me, I mean, some people it may be different. Some people will have 4.5, 4 3/4 star matches, maybe even a 5. But to me, there aren't even any close to 5-star matches. The best you're gonna get is maybe a 4, 4.25. Nothing higher than that. To me, there wasn't anything on the show that was fucking amazing. That was classic WrestleMania match. But the thing is, the moments, and there were a lot of moments, a lot of classic WrestleMania moments that will stand the test of time, whether that be a negative moment or a positive moment. There were a lot of fucking WrestleMania moments. So, I don't want to just judge the show on match quality. I'm not, one of those fucking nerds that are like, oh, well, this was a 3-star match and this was a 4-star match, and I'm going to just review everything about the match quality and not take everything into perspective. But the thing is, this reminded me a lot of the old WrestleManias, such as WrestleMania 1, WrestleMania 3, where it was more about the moments themselves rather than the matches. It's not like everything in WrestleMania 3 was a fucking beautiful match. You had a lot of 2-minute, 3-minute matches. But the reason WrestleMania 3 is regarded as highly as it is because of the moments it had. So this WrestleMania reminded me a lot of those old WrestleManias, and it's very fitting that it did, because this is WrestleMania 30. This was a lot of looking back at the past and how they got from WrestleMania 1 to WrestleMania 30. So it's only fitting that it felt like an old WrestleMania, where it was a lot more about the moments than the matches. But at the same time, this isn't 1985, this is 2014, and you do have to have some classic, great, phenomenal WrestleMania matches in this day and age after what we've, evolved from, for me to give this, a fantastic rating. I can't just say, it's not like if, WrestleMania 1 is good today because we're watching it back in perspective of, oh, this was the first WrestleMania, this was 1985, we're accepting those standards. But if the exact same show, WrestleMania 1, appeared today, those same matches, we'd say this was the worst WrestleMania ever. That's the deal. So I can't just, see, this is a hard fucking show to review. Okay, so let's just go right into the card. The pre-show match I didn't watch. I had work. I got home from work about 10 minutes before WrestleMania started. I did see that the Usos won. Whatever, I can't talk about that. But let's actually talk about the one thing that matters, is the show. So WrestleMania kicks off with the greatest fucking WrestleMania segment in history. Just a classic fucking segment. Classic moment. I don't want to hear any of these people saying, oh, there shouldn't be any talking promos during WrestleMania. It should all be about matches. No, this was bigger than any fucking match on the card, whether you want to admit it or not. You had Hulk Hogan come out as the host of WrestleMania, and Hulk Hogan is fucking botching every line he says. He can't say one fucking thing right. He's calling the Superdome the Silver Dome. Apparently he doesn't fucking know what state he's in. It's pretty fucking funny. He's saying WWF instead of WWE. He's flubbing all of his lines. It was, and at that point I was like, holy shit, this WrestleMania is going to be a fucking train wreck. This is going off the rails fucking fast. But then, you hear the glass fucking shatter. Yes, Austin 316, Stone Cold Steve Austin, baby. The greatest, arguably, of all fucking time. My second favorite after Shawn Michaels, but without a doubt, the greatest fucking character of all time. The greatest icon of all time. Stone Cold Steve Austin, the father of the Attitude Era, comes out, doing his thing, do all like only Stone Cold could do. Yeah, kind of good promo, calling out Hulk Hogan for saying the Silver Dome bullshit. And, it's basically them just trading compliments with each other, working the crowd like only they could do, and all this. Stone Cold teases opening up a can of whoop ass on Hulk Hogan. The fans want to see it. Of course, he doesn't. And while they're talking, you hear, if you smell boom, what the Rock is cooking. The Rock, the Brahma Bull, Rocky Maivia, the Great One. It was great to see The Rock, I know The Rock got a lot of shit in his last run, but he's been gone for a year, and it's good to fucking see the guy. He looked great. Really looked good. Great shape, obviously. He's doing that new Hercules movie. Yeah, it was great to fucking see The Rock. And just like that, you have Austin, The Rock, and Hulk Hogan in the same fucking ring together at WrestleMania 30. What a way to kick off your anniversary show, your show of shows, the biggest show of all time. Then with the three biggest superstars of all time, without a doubt, nobody even comes fucking close. It was the Hogan era, and then it was Austin and Rock. And I was saying on Facebook, they better fucking not have John Cena enter in this fucking segment. I will fucking go bananas, but thankfully John Cena did not come out. And really good job by The Rock here. He's doing his thing, and I really respected this from The Rock. He's saying Austin and Hogan, the two biggest guys of all time. And, that is true. Rock, selflessly saying that Austin is the guy of the Attitude Era. Very, big kudos to The Rock. And I tip my hat off to him for, doing a promo where he's basically saying he was second fiddle to Austin. That, big that's a big deal right there. He says that because basically, the Attitude Era, a lot of people say, DX, Austin, The Rock, but The Rock was big, but Austin 316 was a fucking phenomenon. And without Austin 316, I'm sorry, there is no Attitude Era. So, big ups to The Rock for doing that. I like that a lot. And then, they're just trading compliments with each other. They're just talking the fuck out of the crowd. The crowd is super hot. They're saying it's time for the new guys to have their moment. And it ends with all the guys drinking beer together. And this went on for 25 minutes. But, it felt like fucking 5 minutes because it was so fucking awesome. I don't care if it went for 25 minutes. When you have the three greatest of all time, Rock, Hogan, and Austin in the same ring together, it better not be 5 minutes. It better be, at least 20 minutes. So, fucking fantastic opening. And then you get right into it with Triple H versus Daniel Bryan. I said on Facebook before this match, I posed the question, best opening match ever for WrestleMania? No, it didn't turn out to be the best opening match. That still goes to Brett and Owen. But, this is probably the biggest opening match starting off a WrestleMania. And it makes sense because it gives the guy who wins as much rest as possible before going into the main event. So, I understood that. But the thing is, with this whole storyline, when this match was the first match to go on, it was like like I said, I understand resting the guys, but it just felt like we rushed into it because of the fact that this whole storyline with the Triple H, Daniel Bryan Authority, and the championship, it was all built around Triple H versus Daniel Bryan. The whole championship thing took a back seat. That was just an afterthought. Triple H versus Daniel Bryan overshadowed the championship match, where, at times you're not even fucking thinking about the championship being included. It was as if it's Daniel Bryan versus Triple H, parentheses, and if this guy wins, he goes on to be in the triple threat match in very small font. But in big font, Daniel Bryan versus Triple H. And that's the problem. The one problem I have with this whole build-up. Like I said, this was fantastic build-up. Easily the best build-up going into Mania. But they really didn't emphasize enough the fact that, the legitimacy of the title itself. Like I said, it took a backseat to the whole Daniel Bryan versus Triple H storyline. So, for that sake, I didn't like this kicking off the show, going right into it. I would have been fine with it if they made as huge a deal as they should have of the championship, but whatever. Let's move on. The match was probably best match of the night. This or the Cena versus Wyatt match were best match of the night to me. But it did have slow moments. People might love it, the whole Triple H. It was very, good ring psychology and storytelling with Triple H working on Daniel Bryan's beaten up arm, beaten up shoulder. So it was a lot of, methodical type of offense. But, that's just not what I care for. I respect that some people love that. But, for me, I like to see some intensity. I like to see some fast-paced, moving along type of matches. I really, don't go crazy over matches where it's submission holds after submission holds and working on, a ligament for 20 minutes before getting into some high-speed, high-impact offense. So, some people might love that, but personally, this is my opinion, I don't go crazy about that. And there was a lot of that during this match, but it did pick up eventually. There was good counters with Daniel Bryan countering the pedigree a couple times. It was a pretty cool counter. Daniel Bryan's his arms are hooked and he turns over and almost pins Triple H and then turns back over. Triple H gets him in the pedigree. Daniel Bryan eventually wins with the running knee, gets the pin 1, 2, 3. But the thing is, I felt that the ending did come out of nowhere a little bit. There was never where Daniel Bryan really gave Triple H his just due and finally, fucking beat the Authority. It wasn't like a victory like that. Like, after all these fucking, pent up frustration and going over these obstacles, he finally took it out on Triple H. It was kind of, he stole the victory out of nowhere type of thing. Whatever. That's another gripe I have. But it was a very good match. But I'm thinking right now, one thing I have to say, this is, off topic, but the WWE fucking network watching this WrestleMania 30 was just fucking atrocious for me. Now, mind you, I did watch it on Xbox, so maybe other people had, a great fucking experience watching it on computers or other devices, but they just cannot get together with that Xbox for some reason. I mean, this fucking thing was ridiculous. I was lagging every other fucking minute. It would, break up. I buffered around maybe 2-3 times during the event, but the lagging was just fucking out of this world. And the problem with lagging is, I could deal with it just lagging a little bit, like it lags, so I'm, a couple seconds back, turns into 10 seconds back, turns into 30 seconds back, turns into 1 minute back. But the thing is, when I get to 1 minute back and they try to get me back to what's happening live, it just goes from where it's at and then it skips a whole fucking minute. And I miss everything that happened in that minute because I lag, and I'm back a minute, and then it just pushes me forward to what's happening now, and it was really hard. I almost missed the end of I did miss the end of the Shield match. I almost missed the end of the John Cena match because I skipped from 1 minute to the next without seeing what happened. This has to be fucking resolved. This is unacceptable. It really is. I mean, I'm sorry. Why? Just, I don't... This might work fine on computers, like I said, and phones and everything. But if it's available on Xbox, why on the Xbox does it not fucking work? It just does not make sense to me. Some people actually bought this so they could watch it on their TV, not their little fucking 2-inch device. I want to see it on my big screen TV. Why can it not work on the fucking Xbox? It's amazing to me. It really is. That a shitty fucking free live stream. I don't even have to fucking pay $10. I could go on a website and watch a shitty fucking stream from some 500-pound, 39-year-old living with his mother in his basement, streaming his pay-per-view, eating fucking Cheetos and living in filth. I could stream his TV much more, perfectly than the actual WWE network. Their own fucking network that is legitimate, that it has a structure to it, that's a whole, they have a whole organization, people working on it. That doesn't work as effectively as some guy, some 500-pound, 39-year-old streaming on his pay-per-view through the fucking internet for free. It just does not make sense. Come to think of it, I could have hooked up a laptop to my TV and had a better stream of WrestleMania 30 than the actual network. Unfortunately, I don't have a laptop, so that couldn't happen. But that's just sad that I could have hooked up a laptop to my TV, go on the internet, get a free garbage fucking site, and get a better stream than the actual fucking network. And for most of the part, for like 75%, 80%, it wasn't even in HD. So, that's the advantage of the network over these shitty streams. These shitty streams are very low quality, but, my quality on the network kept on not being HD. It kept going less and less, and then it would go to HD and go less and less. So, another rant for another time, but I just had to put that out there. Very fucking shitty part on the WWE with this whole Xbox crisis. Anyway, let's move on. Next we get the very good first hour, very phenomenal first hour of WrestleMania with those two things, the opening segment and the match, Daniel Bryan versus Triple H. Daniel Bryan moves on. Then we get the Shield versus the New Age Outlaws and Kane, and holy fucking shit, was this just retarded as fuck. I said it. This was supposed to be the Shield fighting each other in a triple threat match. It would have been a great fucking undercard match. Instead, you get a 3-minute match. I'm not even exaggerating here. 3 minutes, at most. It was just a fucking squash match. The Shield squashing the fuck out of Kane and the New Age Outlaws. It was just, seriously, how badly could you have possibly used the Shield? On a bar of worst, this was pretty fucking close to the worst of misusing the fucking Shield. They're there for 2 fucking minutes, beat Kane and the New Age Outlaws just like that. Even the fucking double powerbomb couldn't save this shit. It was really fucking just a smack in the face for fans of the Shield to have to, watch this bullshit. Yeah, they won, but at what fucking cost? Why are they even facing these old fucks in the first place? And I don't know if I heard it during this match, but another thing I have to rant about, these fucking crowds these days, nowadays, this new thing with these crowds. I think this started with around the first Wyatt versus Shield match, where these motherfuckers, at every little thing, every little fucking thing, they start chanting, "This is awesome. This is awesome." What the fuck is wrong with you people? Seriously. A random guy, a fucking diva could clothesline another diva, and the crowd will start bursting into a "This is awesome" chant. Every little thing is awesome? Really? Really? Seriously? I mean, how about chanting "This is decent, this is okay"? Everything can't be fucking awesome. Like, I caught the end of the pre-show match, and I know for sure that at the end they started chanting "This is awesome," and I could bet my fucking life that the pre-show match was not an awesome match. I mean, stop. Just fucking stop. Stop now. End it. You look retarded. You look like fucking marks. You look like WWE puppets for all these fans that are saying, oh, we're voicing our opinions, we're speaking out against the WWE, and then you go to an event and chant, this is awesome for every fucking match. What are you fucking doing? What are you proving? You know? Stop with that shit. It's fucking getting sickening. Anyway, let's move on now. Next you get the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Jobberfest, 101. Obviously, you didn't have any surprises with this. I guess the biggest surprise was fucking Brad Maddox. What a surprise to see, anyway, just filler bullshit up until the end. The end gives us a WrestleMania moment of many WrestleMania moments we got tonight. It comes down to Cesaro and Big Show. Looks like Big Show's gonna get the win, and you're about to blow your fucking brains out because this fucking Big Show motherfucker who should have been retired like 10 years ago is still going strong. Anyway, Big Show's about to eliminate Cesaro, and then Cesaro counters it. And great WrestleMania moment. Cesaro, a la Hogan in WrestleMania 3. Scoop slamming Andre, scoop slams Big Show over the fucking top rope and wins the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Great fucking moment. Like I said earlier in this review, the matches weren't 5 stars, but there were classic WrestleMania moments. And the thing is, it's been a long time since we had a WrestleMania full of WrestleMania moments. Yeah, they've been these half-ass WrestleMania moments. They replay them every, WrestleMania season to try to make it look like it's a great WrestleMania moment. No matter how much propaganda and, bullshit they try to say, those little moments aren't WrestleMania moments. Make no mistake about it. But these were actual WrestleMania moments. Harkening back to WrestleMania 3. What a great way to fucking pay tribute than having Cesaro scoop slam Big Show. Fucking fantastic. Couldn't have done it better. Great ending to a forgettable match. Then we get John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. This was a good match. This was second best match of the night, in my opinion, after Triple H and Daniel Bryan. Maybe even on par, maybe even the same. I liked this match a lot. I did. I liked the storytelling. This was exciting storytelling for me. Whereas, the first match storytelling was, rest holds, working on a limb. This was, Wyatt trying to drive Cena to a different place, and I liked it a lot. It was Cena acted goofy at some points, but at least it wasn't like corny goofy. It was just goofy for the fact that he was trying too hard to look, morally ambiguous and, having internal conflicts, that type of thing. Cena's getting spooked out by the Wyatts. There's a point where Wyatt throws Cena's steel chair and says, basically hit me with it and all this, beat me. And Cena's, conflicting whether to do it or not. He really wants to. There were some boring moments to this match, some slow moments. Like I said, nothing on this show was 5 stars. And of course, Cena gets the win. It was just annoying to me. Like, you see, the thing is, I'm not going to go on a whole rant here about Cena winning because I said I had no fucking doubt. I was 100% that Cena was going to win. I mean, you just have to be really naive to have thought that Bray Wyatt was going to win. There's no way that Bray Wyatt is fucking beating John Cena. John Cena at WrestleMania only loses to Dwayne Johnson. You have to fucking understand that. The faster you understand that, the easier you'll be able to live with yourself, okay? So get it through your head now, okay? So, Cena wins, yeah. But it was just bothered me because there were so many moments that Bray Wyatt could have won a sneaky, dirty type of victory. There was one moment where Cena hits either Rowan or Harper with the steel chair outside the ring, and Bray Wyatt rolls him up really quickly. Like, that would have been a fine moment, for Wyatt to just, sneak out a victory. It would have been dirty. Cena precious fucking character would have been protected, and Bray Wyatt would have, snuck off with the win. And there were a lot of moments like this. I can't remember right now, but there were a lot of moments where it looks like Bray Wyatt might sneak away with a victory. And it was just kind of frustrating that WWE couldn't even do that. Couldn't even have Cena lose dirty, But whatever. Like I said, I can't go on a huge rant because I expected this. And, when you expect something, it is what it is. But that being said, I did like this match. This was a entertaining match. I like, the whole storytelling with Cena having to go to a darker place, inner conflict, kind of like, the Joker testing Batman type of thing. Will this bring us a darker Cena? Hopefully, maybe, probably not. But for this match, I liked it. And, a friend of mine on Facebook was saying, they said that this feud might not be over and Bray Wyatt might beat Cena at Extreme Rules in the end. He might, get a one over Cena in the end, but that is just irrelevant. Doesn't matter. What happens at Extreme Rules, what happens at Raw, what happens at any other fucking event just does not matter. What matters is WrestleMania 30, and the fact of the matter is that people will remember John Cena beat Bray Wyatt. Nobody's gonna think, if Bray Wyatt, excuse me, my computer's being retarded. If Bray Wyatt beats John Cena at Extreme Rules, nobody's gonna care. Everybody's gonna know that John Cena beat Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania, so it doesn't matter if Bray Wyatt gets a victory later on. This is the one that mattered, and Cena won it. So there you go. All right. Next you get Undertaker versus this is the one, man. Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. I'm sure if you haven't watched WrestleMania, you've heard about it by now. If not, then strap on your fucking seatbelt, to say the least. All right, so this match, Jesus fucking Christ, like the most piss poor fucking build up. I've went on record saying that I've hated this build up, just fucking horrible, and so it happens. All right, at least we'll get a good match out of this. I mean, it's Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker. They've had great matches in the past. They are guys who, could consistently perform good to great matches. This is going to be a good one. And I just want to know for a fact, because I have to rewatch WrestleMania, I was kind of daydreaming during this moment. During Undertaker's entrance, when they were showing the caskets of all the victims, did they have a casket for CM Punk that actually said CM Punk? Because they went so far out of their way to not include CM Punk or mention of him in any way, shape, or form. I'm wondering if they had a 21st casket that said CM Punk, or 21st casket that said CM Punk. I didn't look for it, so let me know as somebody watching this if you caught that. Anyway, so moving on, Brock Lesnar comes out and Undertaker takes fucking years and years to fucking walk down the ring. Now, I know this is probably too soon to be bashing The Undertaker, but I'm sorry. Jesus fucking Christ. It took 10 minutes. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it took over 5 minutes for him to just fucking walk to the ring. It was really just fucking annoying. Move the fuck on. I said on Facebook, by the time Undertaker gets to the ring, it'll be WrestleMania 31, and that's what it fucking felt like. Anyway, he gets to the ring, and, maybe he shouldn't have got to the ring, because this match was fucking horrible. Holy shit. This wasn't decent. I'm sorry, this wasn't even decent. This was the slowest motherfucker ever. So slow. Ridiculously slow. They had Brock Lesnar beating down The Undertaker, but it was the most fucking half-assed bullshit beatdown. It wasn't like a beatdown where Brock Lesnar beat the fuck out of John Cena at Extreme Rules. This was him working on Undertaker's legs and working on his arms and doing one move every other minute. One move every 5 minutes. This was not a beatdown. And this crowd got so fucking quiet. How could you get a crowd this quiet over Undertaker and Brock Lesnar, But it amazes me that they did get this quiet. And I love how the announce team was trying to turn it like, oh, the fans are in so much shock right now. They're just dreading the fact that Undertaker might lose. They're trying to say that's why they're quiet, and not because this shit is boring as fuck. But anyway, it's going, you get your usual chokeslam, kick out, F5, kick out, last ride, kick out, Hell's Gate reverse, Kimura lock reverse, Tombstone kick out, the whole thing that happens with these Undertaker matches these days, and it's kind of old. It was great with the first Shawn Michaels, the two Shawn Michaels matches. It was pretty good with the first Triple H match, but after a while, it's like, okay, it's just routine now. We know people are going to kick out 10 finishers during an Undertaker match. It was great. It was fantastic with the Shawn Michaels because we never seen it before. But now every match is the same structure as that Shawn Michaels match. But anyway, we get to the second or third F5, and we're like, holy shit, was he gonna have 6 F5s? Lesnar goes for the cover. We're like, all right, here we go. 1, 2, he's gonna kick out. What? What happened? Why did the referee hit the third count with his hand on the mat? Did he fucking botch something there? You know, who's this, fucking Nick Patrick or something? What's going on? And even the end of the match was like confusion. There's no music playing. Brock Lesnar's like, what? What happened? His music isn't hitting. The announcer isn't saying anything. And then finally, we hear Justin Roberts. The winner of this match is Brock Lesnar. What? What? Fucking what? I don't even know what to say. Me vocalizing it and actually saying it is actually bringing me back to the moment where I'm just in fucking shock and disarray and total confusion. And everybody in the crowd was in total fucking confusion, to say the least. Brock Lesnar has broken the streak. Why? You know, it was as if the WWE just trolled the fans. All the fans who were saying the storyline and the build-up was so shitty that they were doing nothing to make it look like Brock Lesnar had any chance of beating the streak. That, you know, there was no way Brock Lesnar was going to take down the streak. It was as if WWE just did this to troll us and say, haha, we got you, don't think so fucking fast. That's what it felt like, but I cannot believe they actually fucking did this. Now, this is WrestleMania 30. I have no problem with The Undertaker losing. If he's going to lose, it best for it to be at WrestleMania 30. I mean, this is the show to make a moment. And this was a moment. But this was, like, not a good moment, you know? This was like, you know, a bad moment, you know? This is, you know, a bad, like, Hulk Hogan beating Yokozuna in fucking 2 seconds is a WrestleMania moment. Make no mistake about it. But it's a bad WrestleMania moment. And this one was a bad fucking WrestleMania moment. I mean, I get it. I totally get it. WrestleMania 30, you want to have a moment. Yeah, it's best for Undertaker to lose at this WrestleMania of all WrestleManias. I mean, the guy's almost 50 fucking years old. He can't do it anymore. I mean, just look at this match. Very slow, very lethargic. He just looks beat down. So yes, but why the fuck Brock Lesnar? Why? I mean, he might as well have just lost to CM Punk. Would have made a lot of sense. Him losing a year ago to CM Punk. You know, a guy who was the second top guy, the second top guy in the company after Cena. That made sense. Not Brock Lesnar, a guy who he's faced before, who he's feuded with before, who is a part-timer, who wrestles, you know, 2 times a year. I just don't get this. You know, that's basically just spitting in the face of Shawn Michaels, you know? The greatest fucking of all time. That's the man that took Undertaker to the limit. Took him to the fucking limit. Kicked out of everything. And that couldn't beat the Undertaker, but, you know, Brock Lesnar just beats the fucking Undertaker out of nowhere. And it's not like they... You see, I wouldn't have had a problem if they made it look like throughout this build-up that Brock Lesnar was a beast and could beat the Undertaker. I wouldn't have had a problem as much. I still would have had a problem because it's Brock Lesnar. It makes no sense. But I would have understood it. But there was never any indication that they were booking Brock Lesnar as a beast, as a, you know, formidable opponent who can break the streak. They never fucking did that. It just made no sense doing this. It made absolutely no sense. The only thing for me that can make sense out of this is if they did this, they still didn't have to do it with Lesnar. But if they made Undertaker lose at this WrestleMania to have him face Sting at Mania 31 and have it be an unpredictable match because there is no streak, rather than have Sting versus Taker with the streak on the line where you know, oh, Taker's going to win, now you can have Sting versus Taker where you don't know who's going to win, where there's a lot more mystery to it. If you do that, I will kind of understand, even though I still disagree with it being Brock Lesnar, the guy to break the streak. I understand them breaking the streak. So maybe they'll go there, because I hear a lot of reports that Sting is going to be at 31. But if this is Undertaker's last match, I mean, what a fucking way to go out. And another thing, it's not like this was a great match. This was a shit fucking match. This was so fucking boring. And just to end the streak on such a boring match, it's a fucking shame. And the thing is, this took me out of the rest of the show for the most part, up until the last 2 minutes of WrestleMania. The crowd, this was a huge booking problem. A huge booking problem, because how can you expect the crowd to respond to anything after having just witnessed this? Like I said, they didn't even prepare us for Undertaker losing. We couldn't even expect it. So we were all caught off guard, you know? It was like we just, saw our parents fucking naked having sex. That's what it was like. And, everybody's in fucking shock. They're in another world. They're detached. They're disoriented. They don't know what's happening anymore in the ring. And that hurt the main event. It really did. The crowd was very dead for the main event. Let's move on. Women's match. I was in another fucking world. They were smart enough to put the Divas match on after Undertaker. AJ wins. I didn't even catch it because I restarted my WWE Network because it was being retarded. AJ won. Who knows how? Nobody actually watched that match. Everybody was on Facebook, on the internet, just in their own fucking world. What the fuck did I just see? Then we get the main event. Batista, Randy Orton, and Daniel Bryan. Triple threat match for the title. And, it bothers me because this was supposed to be Daniel Bryan's moment, This Mania should have just been all about Daniel Bryan. And, to me, it just feels like Undertaker overshadows that. It just feels like that streak being ended. The booking decision of doing that was just so bad. And it was just such an insult and a slap in the face to Daniel Bryan. It was like, the WWE saying, here, okay, we're going to give you what you want, but you know what? It's not going to be the biggest thing on the show. Like, they did it out of fucking spite, And that's just really fucked up. It really is. Even me, a huge Daniel Bryan fan who wanted this so bad, couldn't get into this match until the last couple minutes. Even the match itself wasn't that good. I mean, to be honest, yeah, there were some cool spots at the end, but it was very unorganized, the match. The structure was not good. It was... a lot of things were just out of place, were just happening, like, with no, fluidity, no reasoning. Triple H gets involved, tries to screw Daniel Bryan, sends in that crooked referee. Daniel Bryan throws him out of the ring and does the flying goat to Triple H, Stephanie, and the referee. There's an awesome moment with... Batista he's on the announce table, has Daniel Bryan up for the Batista bomb through the announce table. He does it while Randy Orton catches Daniel Bryan into an RKO. Cool fucking spot there, great fucking spot. But before that, that's really towards the end of the match, but before that I was in another world. I mean, really, I was disoriented, I was detached, I was disillusioned, I was just everything. I was gone, man. I couldn't really think about this match. But yeah, this couldn't hold a candle to Benoit, HBK, and Triple H. But Randy Orton is trying to take advantage of Daniel Bryan, get the win on him. My WWE Network skips a minute, so I think I missed an RKO in there somewhere. But anyway, it ends with Batista does a Batista bomb to Randy Orton. Randy Orton rolls out of the ring. Daniel Bryan runs in with the flying knee to the face of Batista. Gets him in the yes lock, and Batista taps out. And Daniel Bryan is your fucking WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Yes, yes, yes. Great fucking moment. Just a fantastic moment. That really brought me back and made me stop thinking about The Undertaker. Made me forget about all that shit. Because this is the fucking WrestleMania moment that needed to fucking happen. I don't care, if you love Daniel Bryan or you hate him, whatever you feel. This needed to fucking happen, especially after the shit with The Undertaker. Could you imagine if Dan Bryan did not win this match, how New Orleans would have fucking reacted, how everybody watching worldwide would have reacted? This needed to happen, and I can't believe they actually went through with it, you know? Great fucking moment. Confetti everywhere. Dan Bryan's wife and daughter, I think. Not wife, he's with the fucking, the Bella slut. But maybe his mother, I don't know, his sister. Some fucking family comes into the ring. And he's celebrating, he has the confetti and all this going off. And, you know, it just reminds you of Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 12. Chris Benoit Guerrero, WrestleMania 20. And, you know, this is why we watch wrestling, for moments like this. And to me, this is the most special moment of all. Because whereas Shawn Michaels, it's Shawn Michaels who has this moment. With Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero, it's those guys that have this moment. But with this is something different. This isn't just Dan Bryan that has this moment. This is us who have this moment. This is all the fans in the ring, even though we're not actually in the ring, but this is our celebration. This is us having the title. And to all these fucking people, these, you know, demented people who say that the fans' voice just makes no difference, that it has no effect, that, you know, it doesn't do anything to voice your opinion, nobody's gonna listen to you, this is fucking proof that they are wrong. And the fans do have a voice. And we need to speak out when we don't like something. And we need to speak out when we want something to happen. And we want change. These hijack things, boycott Raws, and, you know, Cena walkouts, those things are stupid. But voicing your opinion is a good thing. Okay? Doing it smartly the way some people have done is a great fucking thing. Because make no mistake about it, if WWE had their way, Daniel Bryan right now would be a jobber. He would have been on the pre-show or the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal match. If they had their way, that's what he would have been on. But no, because of us, because we forced the WWE into a corner, they gave Daniel Bryan the title. And Daniel Bryan isn't just Daniel Bryan. He's the representation of us and everything that we've been doing. That's what's so great about this storyline. This is a storyline that's done massively. All these obstacles this man has, you know, conquered. And just look at the difference between John Cena conquering the obstacles and this, Daniel Bryan, finally getting his moment. Look at the difference of how these, you know, the quality and the legitimacy of these two similar type stories are told. John Cena, a very phony story. Dan Bryan, a very fucking real story. And just look at how people connect with Dan Bryan and feel disconnected with John Cena. Just look at that. But yeah, this all started with a chant. This all started with just a yes, yes, yes chant and a no, no, no chant. And here we are today. And it really is. It just makes me proud. It really is, you know. People have to understand that this is your moment. Fucking cherish it. This is one of those rare moments where you might not be, you know, control of the executive decisions of the WWE, but you are the focal point as the fan base. You were the focal point for the closing moment of WrestleMania. You gave Dan Bryan the championship. Yes, Dan Bryan is the performer. He deserves a lot of credit. But without us, where would Dan Bryan be? Dan Bryan would be in the pre-show. Dan Bryan would be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. This is a testament to the fans and, you know, the hardships they've had to face and the determination to finally get what they want. And WWE had no fucking choice but to give the fans what they want. So congratulations to every fucking fan that voices their opinion. Every person on YouTube that rants and speaks out about the WWE isn't a WWE puppet, you know, and smartly does it. Not like a fucking goofball, a fucking retard does it in some stupid, let's, you know, do these Cena walkouts and all this stupid shit. But to the people that, you know how to voice their opinion in a intelligent way, you know, people like myself, you know, yeah, I have a huge ego, I'm complimenting myself, but I think I fucking deserve it. So yeah, this WrestleMania, man, it's like I said, it's hard to rate. Because even the main event wasn't a great fucking match, but make no mistake about it, that moment with Dan Bryan is one of the greatest moments of all time. And, I'm not saying it as a Dan Bryan mark. I'm really not. I cannot stress that enough. I'm not saying it as a Dan Bryan mark. Oh, this is just his moment and that's why it's so fantastic. It's an important and a huge, critical, landscape changing moment because it's the fans finally, after years of neglect, being given what they want and being chance to rule the show and have reigns over the show. We haven't had that since Austin, So yeah. I have to give this show a positive rating. That's no doubt. I still don't know what to give this. I'll give it a 8 out of 10. I have to give this an 8 out of 10 because the goal of this show is to create buzzworthy, to make people talk, and there's no doubt about it. Out of all the WrestleManias in recent memory, this is the most, gonna be the most talked about WrestleMania. This had to be important. This was a huge WrestleMania, and it created WrestleMania moments. Yes, the matches weren't 5 stars. Yes, you didn't have an undercard, Yes, The Undertaker losing to Brock Lesnar was just a fucking travesty of justice. Made no fucking sense. But that opening segment with Austin, Rock, and Hogan, Cesaro scoop slamming Big Show, harkening back to WrestleMania 3, a really good Triple H versus Daniel Bryan match. Even if it's a negative moment, it was a moment with Undertaker having the streak defeated. And John Cena versus Bray Wyatt, a good match, and Daniel Bryan's moment. It's you have to give this a good rating, and to me, 8 out of 10 is good. It's not fantastic. It's not phenomenal. It's not a masterpiece, and that's not what this WrestleMania was. But these WrestleMania moments made this WrestleMania good. Without the moments, it would be a shitty WrestleMania. But you can't overlook the fact, like I said, you can't just say, oh, well, this was a 3-star match, and this was a 2-star match, and this was a 2.5, so I put in my calculator, and that adds up to... You can't do that. You have to take it to the moments, what things meant. And a lot of things, amount and, are relied upon what happens at the end of the show. A lot of the odds are on that, how the show closes. And you couldn't have closed the show better than that. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I'll be generous. I'm a kind guy. WWE gave me what they want. I'll give them a pretty good rating. 8 out of 10. Weird fucking show, though. Really fucking weird. Anyway, let me know what you thought about it. Pretty lengthy review, but hey, I had to, talk myself throughout this process. Had to make myself process all this information and understand this WrestleMania, just as I'm sure a lot of you had to. Okay, so I am Jay Shady, the voice of reason. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later.